Hello YouTube, this is iRamp for you, and this is going to be a tutorial on how to make your computer run faster. So I just want to let you know that I'm used to working on Windows XP, but this is actually not my computer. This is a Windows 7 laptop, so I might be a little bit slow on it, but I'll give you instruction from Windows XP and Vista 2 if I can. To get started, I want to let you know that you're not going to have to download anything or even have to go on the internet. So it's going to be a simple tutorial, but it's going to be very helpful. And there's going to be 5 parts that you can do to make your computer run faster. The first thing I want to focus on is removing programs from your computer that you don't use. And for Windows XP and for Windows Vista and 7, it's all the same thing. First step is to go to the control panel, and you want to find either add or remove programs or something like that. For Windows 7, you just click right here on uninstall a program. And you go through here, and if there's anything that you're not using or anything like that, then you can delete it. It'll clear up some space on your computer. Might not necessarily make it run faster, but you know, it'll just clear up some space. The easiest way is to click on size and see what's taking up the most space. So that's the first step. After you do this, there's another thing you can do that has to do with deleting things. And for Windows XP, it's simpler, I believe, or maybe it's just a different way. But go to your hard drive that you're using and click on Properties right here. And okay, it looks like it's the same as Windows XP, just disk cleanup. That just searches your computer for things you don't need, you don't ever use. And see, it's going to be looking for it. I'm actually going to pause it because it might take a while. Alright, so here we are. That only took a couple minutes. And see, you can see how it has some different things on here. Debug dump files, downloaded programs. There's going to be some temporary files right here. See, temporary files, 1.5 gigs. These are things you don't actually need. They're just going to go away anyways. So you can just, all of this is stuff you really don't need, so just delete it. And yes, I know you're hearing that god-awful clicking sound. It's kind of funny though. See, I'm about to get rid of 3.5 gigs of space just by doing the disk cleanup. And there we are. That is the disk cleanup. And that is a very simple way of getting a lot of stuff off of your computer. Now, another thing you can do, which is going to be a really big help to the speed, is you can go to Computer and Properties right here. And I'm not really sure of the way to do it for Windows XP. It's something similar to this. On Windows 7, you go to Advanced System Settings, and under Performance, click on Settings. This will tell you what your computer has set for example, I don't know how to explain it, just the different ways it looks. Shading features and transitions of Explorer components. Basically, it's just the different ways that a computer looks when it does different things. And if you have it set for adjust for best performance or let Windows choose what's best for my computer, you may have a lot of them checked. Now, the best way to improve speed by doing this is adjust for best performance. You don't want it to have appearance, my bad. Adjust for best performance. It's going to undo a lot of this. It might make your computer look a little bit ugly. Not as cosmetically appealing, but if you want to have a faster computer, it's worth it. Of course, you can go back in here and change different things. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like to go from what it is now to adjust for best performance. You can tell it's loading a little bit here. Please wait. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference here. It's going to be a bit faster. It's not going to look as good. And honestly, I really don't need that speed boost, so I'm going to undo it after this video, but you know, just for the giggles of it, I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Alright, so another thing you can do is If you have problems with your computer loading slow when you turn it on, going onto an account, go to the Start menu, and under All Programs and Accessories should be the command prompt. For Windows XP, it might be right over here somewhere. It says Run or CMD or something like that. It's all the same thing. When you get in here, simply type msconfig, doesn't have to be in uppercase, and go to Startup. This is the list of things that start when you log onto your account. You may have other things here like RoboForm or a downloader, like I have, that are unchecked, which means when I log on they're not going to start up. And you may have other things that are pretty important. Intel stuff, leave that alone. If you don't know what it is and it looks like it might be important, leave it alone. I believe for Windows XP there is a button to leave all components of Windows checked, but it's not on here. So you can disable all, enable all that. And when you get done, just press apply. And that'll just make it to where things don't start up. And the last thing I'm going to teach you is about defragmentation. And I'm going to explain what defragmentation is. I'm going to do that by going on here and loading a Wikipedia link for you. Or maybe I'm not. Thought I had that copied. Okay. Go ahead and just pull it back up on here. I like this little diagram because it's really helpful. Basically what defragmentation is, it's an organizing system. You can see how you have red being one file, green being another, orange, blue, all that. And it takes it from what it originally was. Just going to reload the page here. You can see how red is all the way over here and green's here and orange. It puts it in order. It replaces files and organizes them magnetically so that the computer can, instead of going to 2 or 3 different places to load the file in different segments, can load it all at once. At least that's the way it works on disk drives, which have more than one disk with a little robotic arm, That's what would happen. The little robotic arm would go in between the disk and read different sections, and defragmentation would basically just rewrite it into a single line or a single set of data so it could read it quicker. Instead of reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then going to another place to read 8, 9, 10, you just read all of it like this. That's basically what defragmentation is, and it's a little bit different on solid state drives, I believe, but same basic gist. And the way you can do this is, I believe on Windows XP you can do the same thing by going to Computer and Properties, and in this box there would be a defragmentation button, but there's not on here. So what you do is, for Windows 7, you go to All Programs and Accessories. You go down to System Tools, and Disk Defragmenter will be right there. You click on that and you select your main drive and do defragment disk, or if you want to just have it, if you want to leave your computer on, maybe if it's a desktop, while you go somewhere and have it done, you can configure a schedule of when to do it. It can do it at different times, multiple times. It'll keep your computer a little bit quicker if you do that. But something you really need to know about defragmentation is it takes a long time. It really does. It can take hours or even more. And that's okay, because it'll make your computer a lot more accessible to itself. And I wouldn't recommend doing it too often, but once in a while is really good. So I'm just gonna click on this, and I'm actually just gonna pretend that it's done. See, it's analyzing it right now. Once it starts defragmenting, it's gonna take a long time, but I'm just gonna pretend that it happened. And once you have all this on your really ugly now computer, you will realize your computer's probably working a bit quicker. If you're having other problems, maybe you have a virus, you're going to want to download some sort of antivirus program. I mean, some of this stuff is pretty common to somebody that's not very tech savvy even. Maybe you just need a better computer. If you're trying to run some high-end software on Windows ME, you're not going to get very far. But, I mean, basics here. Anyways, that has been a little quick tutorial of 5 things that I believe I covered that can help you maintain a high computer speed or fix your slow computer speed if you are having slow computer speed. And thank you for watching. I will have more tutorials on other things, I kinda promise, maybe. And you don't have to subscribe to me, but you know, if you want to, then I'm not gonna shoot you. Yeah. Anyways, goodbye YouTube, and I shall talk to you later.